How's it going, everyone? My name is Ian and welcome back to another unboxing. Today we again have another Lufthansa model, but if you've read the title, you know that's all I said about it. And that's the interesting part of today's unboxing. You have no clue as to what I'm unboxing besides the fact that it's a Lufthansa model. So basically I ordered this Lufthansa model from a place in San Diego for the first time for my birthday. And after 4 entire months, that's a third of a year, people, it finally arrived. The ironic part is that it was priority mail, except I didn't laugh at such a joke. I'm beyond excited that someone finally released this model because I've been on the lookout for one for a very long time. Since I only started collecting a few years ago, I thought someone released it before I entered the uniquely overexpensive world of model collecting. Prior to me unboxing the mystery model, leave a comment below and guess what's inside this magic box. Oh, and no fast forwarding to see the answer. So anyways, before you drown in all of the dramatic suspense I'm dragging on about, let's unbox this mysterious model. And that mysterious model is none other than the jcwings 1:400 scale Lufthansa Regional Embraer E190. How close were you? As I said, I'm thrilled someone finally took the time to release this model, and I've got to say its quality is pretty good. This marks the third jcwings model in my collection, and I'm really starting to grow on this new brand. Lufthansa Regional, as if you haven't guessed, is a regional subsidiary of Lufthansa and is operated by their more dominant regional subsidiary, Lufthansa CityLine. Not to be confused with their new Lufthansa City, which is also operated by Lufthansa CityLine, all of which is part of Lufthansa Group. Okay, LR, which is what I'm going to substitute for Lufthansa Regional, used to operate many E195 aircraft. However, all of these have been retired from the carrier's fleet and passed on to other airlines within Lufthansa Group, such as Austrian. A majority of these aircraft went to Air Dolomiti, an Italian-based airline which is also part of the Lufthansa Group. The Embraer E190, rare as it is still under service under LR, and so far it's proven to be the regional subsidiary's workhorse, excluding the A320 family since they're not painted in the regional livery. The box of the model is quite elegant and has a nice modern-looking finish, with a smooth database of the aircraft's individual info. But as I always say, the box isn't as important as the model inside. Starting off at the nose of the model are the cockpit windows, followed by both the Lufthansa and Star Alliance logos, and then the L1 door. After that is the operated by Lufthansa CityLine sticker, which is directly above the aircraft's name, which is after the German city of Diadeshim. Apologies if I mispronounced that. After that are the wings, which have chrome leading edge flaps, or better known as slats, and of course those adorably tiny engines along with white sharklets. Now onto the back of the model, you can see the registration Delta Alpha Echo Charlie Alpha, followed by the German flag and the L2 door. This specific airframe has met a similar fate to the E195 as it has been transferred to Air Dolomiti and given the new registration India Juliet Echo November Charlie. Prior to its transfer, Delta Echo Alpha Charlie Alpha flew under Lufthansa CityLine for a year after its official delivery into commercial service in 2009. Since then, it served proudly for Lufthansa in both its regional subsidiaries for an astonishing 15 years. And finally on the model here we have the classic dark blue vertical stabilizer with the old Lufthansa logo. A soaring crane within a yellow circle, all outlined by another yellow circle. I really find it difficult to find a favorite amongst the two Lufthansa liveries in today's era, as I grew up flying the older ones, but I really like the sleek vibe the new one has. Frankly, a lot of airlines these days are adopting the similar white fuselage with a simple color covering the entire empennage, which kind of takes out the pleasure of a unique livery like Lufthansa's. Then again, as quoted by Remy, change is nature. And as you can see, the APU of this model is highlighted entirely by that sleek chrome finish. And as a special case today, the horizontal stabilizers share that same chrome finish on their leading edges. I really like when brands add simple qualities such as chrome to their models, as it makes them look so much better and add a lot more realism than the contrary. I'm really happy I got this model, and I'm thankful LR has kept the E190 in its own respective service under the Lufthansa brand. This model will fit right into my Frankfurt updates since Lufthansa has a massive hub there. It will also be a nice treat to include periodically in my Zagreb Franjo Tuđman International Airport series. Other than that though, that is going to conclude this mystery unboxing. Before I end the video though, I have some things to go over. First of all, I'd like to apologize for not uploading over the past 3 weeks. I've had family come over from inside the country and overseas, which leads to another topic. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably already either on my way to or have completed my upcoming trip to Houston, Texas. I'll be flying United, and they tend to vary the aircraft on the route I'll be taking. After Texas, I'll also be heading to Las Vegas. And yes, I'll be sure to snag a visit at the airplane shop's location there. I'd also like to take a moment to humbly ask you to overview my channel. If you deem my content worthy of a subscription, I would be very thankful for one, and I could really use your help on my journey to 1,000 subscribers. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next trip report. Auf Wiedersehen.